What's good, Josh? Your boy Barracuda. Welcome to Straight Convo. So I know many of us seen this altercation between Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels. They almost got physical because Anton Daniels made a remark towards Corey Holcomb saying that he's dick sucking the black community, and I think personally he was trying to antagonize Corey Holcomb from the beginning. It wasn't a genuine interaction. I believe that he had a motive to go on Corey Holcomb's show, but I have an interesting take on it. Because I've been watching a lot other reaction videos about this situation, but nobody really fact checked Anton Daniels, and the thing is, this is why it's very critical for black people or just people in general, not just black people, to research and study, because then you have people like this clown, Anton Daniels, that's going to just feed you anything. And people that don't research, people that don't study, they're just going to believe whatever you tell them, because it sounds good. Because, like Corey Holcomb stated, if a man wearing glasses and I guess he's moving his hands a certain way, he can sound convincing to weak people, because strong-minded people are going to fact check and they're going to investigate to make sure this person is being an honest person and giving them the right information. You know what I'm saying? That goes for anybody. So anyway, I'm gonna play the video and we're gonna go over it real quick.
I know
your chat think they tough. I noticed
They
that.
think they tough?
They think they tough.
Yeah. They be out there.
They not that tough.
Uh-oh.
We seen
You charging them up.
Here we
we
go.
seen worse.
See, right from there, it's like, why are you so concerned about the chat? They think they tough. We don't know. You don't know these people. He has hundreds, thousands of people watching this live, and you gotta really listen to what a person is saying, and then it gives you an idea on his agenda, or what is he trying to do. Because if we're here for genuine debate, two views, why are you so concerned with the chat being tough? You know what I'm saying? You don't know where these people from. Maybe they are tough. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
I don't pay attention to niggas that don't got no profile picture.
But anyway, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. There's so much to say. I know we ain't gonna be able to get to it all. Other reasons. I'm talking about this nation, the U.S.
That's the part of the game.
When you say the part of the game, I don't understand.
Everybody done been conquered. Slavery didn't exist way before we ever came in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see what the problem is.
Well,
that's a complete lie. Everybody has been conquered. See, this is what I'm saying. They just, spit out a whole bunch of nonsense that doesn't even make logical sense. When you really sit down and just break down what this man just said, and me, I'm very analytical and I'm a great listener. When he said everybody has been conquered, you have to really think about the statement he just made. There's how many people in this world? Let me see. Okay, so it's estimated over 8 billion people, right? So now, that means we only able to document a small percentage. Small percentage mean that, there's so much things going on in life, right? There's so many things going on in life. It's impossible to document every event, every civilization, every tribe, every group of people. And we only have limited information, even when we go back in history. as much information we have, that's still probably 1 or 2% compared to how long this Earth. I mean, we've been on Earth. There's human beings that documented certain events, but then there's things that human beings did not document. So this is where there's 8 billion people. It's impossible to know. There's indigenous tribes that's in the wilderness, that's secluded from everybody, that never been documented, never been conquered. They just been living their lives in that small territory, and there's so many tribes like that to this day. So that's another lie. We don't know what's going on. Yeah, there's always been conflict. Conquering always been around. That's true. But there's a separation. Being colonized and being conquered is two separate things. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. So anyway, let me finish. Let me go back.
For their resources and play it off like it's other reasons. I'm talking about this nation, the U.S.
That's the part of the game.
When you say the part of the game, I don't understand.
Everybody didn't been conquered. Slavery didn't exist way before we ever came in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see what the problem is.
Well, I tell you like this. I cannot respect.
Slavery been around. Don't make it right. Pedophilia been around. Rape been around. Murder been around. Does not make it right. So your point is invalid. You see what I'm saying? Oh, he has the same racial talking points that white supremacists use to defend white supremacy or their racist viewpoints on minorities or black people. So, you know what I'm saying? Slavery been around. If you understand, there's different types of slavery. All slavery is not the same. There's people that haven't been brutalized in slavery. There's people that haven't been tortured in slavery. There's people that just are indentured servants. So you cannot say slavery everybody was slaves and all this ignorant, stupid things that come out of people's mouths just to justify. So what? You've been tortured for 500 years. So what? You've been we built a system of white supremacy to oppress you. Get over it. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those guys. And I have to lose respect for you because, you know what I'm saying? If you think it's okay for a group of people to rape, slaughter, kidnap, take your culture away, your history away, use any type of method to oppress you. Black people have a unique history because what has been done to black people has not been done to anybody on this planet that has been documented. It hasn't. You can't, every person that been colonized, you know, besides indigenous people, black and indigenous people, you cannot see when they conquered them, they forced their language on them. They forced their religion on them. They took away their identity, their history, lied about their history. These are significant points that never happened to other people, but specifically black and indigenous people. And not only that, they created a racial system to keep them at the top and to keep you at the bottom. There has been, all right, let me stop. Let me just finish because I'm gonna go off.
Men who are claim jackers. Like I don't
what? Give me an example.
Like the United States.
No, give me an example, like a real life thing. Like, what did they take?
The United States.
Like taking this country?
Not just taking this country. How do you think you got here?
The transatlantic slave trade.
You smart man.
Right. I studied it. I know all about it.
So it's very hard to be respectful of what is here when me, for example, as an African-American male, I know how I got here. I didn't take the cheap flight on Frontier here. My people were kidnapped. My people were robbed. They what?
They were sold by Africans.
You say all the people were sold by Africans?
How you think what you think white people came over there and got us?
Yes.
No, they were sold.
So
they just capitalized off of it better than the Africans did.
Okay, so you're saying that all of the black people that were brought here were sold by Africans.
Correct.
So the white people were just doing transactions over there.
Absolutely. It was capitalism. See, the thing about white people, you think that racism is inherently in them. Racism is inherently in all of us. Black people is some of the most.
That, what he is speaking is some complete bullshit. And anybody that agrees with this is a moron. Now let's start with he point out slavery, we Africans sold Africans. So now we have to put things in the proper context, because saying Africans sold Africans is kind of it's not a fair conversation. It's not an honest conversation. It's not a truthful conversation, because now you have to look at it. Back then, the land wasn't even called Africa until Europeans went there and labeled it Africa. The entire continent was not called Africa. There was no such thing as race back then. It was tribes. So the fact that you're saying everybody is naturally racist is false, because the way Europeans utilized racism and the way they created it is to hate and based off color. You have no historical evidence that shows there were groups outside of Europeans that targeted people and created hate towards another group based on their color, until Europeans started to invade to get around other groups of people. So you can't say that. Now, back to the African stolen Africans. So this is the point I'm making. Remember, Africa, there was no continent called Africa back then. It was just a land full of dark people. So now what separated them? Tribes. So now if I'm having conflict with this tribe, now that's natural. When you're from different sets, we're a very tribal people. You know what I'm saying? And we still are. You know what I'm saying? Republicans, Democrats is tribal. You know what I'm saying? It's pick a side. So now, when you're dealing with different sets of people, right? When you're dealing with tribes, now there were certain tribes beefing with other tribes, and they were going at war with each other. Europeans went over there and seen the dysfunction and seen the issues that they were having and capitalized on it. So now these tribes are enemies. They don't look at each other as brothers. So that's why I say you got to put things in proper context, because people actually study and research these things. So now when they love to give you 2% or 5 to 10% of the truth. Craig Fax said it. He said they give you a little of the truth to reel you in. Because if I give you a little of the truth, that means you'll believe 90% of what I'm saying, even though I lied. Majority of what I'm saying is based off a lie, and I'm manipulating or gaslighting what really happened and your thought process. So back to the tribe. Now these are enemies. We're in proper context, like the Bloods and the Crips. They don't get along. I don't know about now. Everybody's working on their issues and trying to but I'm just giving an example. So now Europeans went into Africa and seen that these people were at conflict. They were at war with each other. Now, the tribes that conquered another tribe, they will have them as slaves. Now, remember, Africans never viewed other people. They never dehumanized them, as far as like, they never believed that a man should be a slave his entire life. That wasn't practicing African culture. So even when they captured them, they would either kill them or use them for as servitude for a certain amount of time. And guess what? If that tribe would have kids, their kids would not be slaves. So this is what I'm saying. It's a different concept and a different idea on slavery based on African and European slavery. European slavery was a racial concept that they created, they utilized with lies and skin color to oppress and hate towards another group. So now, yes, a lot of it was capitalism, but you're also not telling the people that when the Africans found out what they were doing to their own tribal enemies, they eventually found out what the Europeans were doing when they were taking them back to America. That they went and fought off the Europeans. That tells you they even though they can see that that's their enemy, they still had some level of compassion for them as humans to say, nah, they're torturing you guys. Like they're mistreating you guys. We have our differences, but we're not going to let some people that's not even from here come here and just torture you guys and brutalize you guys. So this is what they're leaving out. So let's move on.
Most racist people I've ever seen in my entire life. We don't even like each other.
So can I ask you a question?
No, hold on. Let's stay there.
Okay.
We don't even like each other. And so black people participate. Some of the first slavers in the United States of America was black people. That's the truth. So what I'm trying to understand is,
was slavery?
Man, this guy is spitting a whole bunch of BS. But yes, black people had slaves. But like I said, if I say something, right, and I tell a little bit of the truth, I can convince you entire scope of things is the truth. Like for instance, if I tell you, yo, man, this dude slapped me, right? And you like, damn, he slapped you? For what? He just slapped me. That would be true because somebody probably slapped me. But I'm not telling you that I slapped him first. I went over there and spit in his face and slapped him first and disrespected him. And then the man retaliated and defended himself. This is what Antoine Daniels is doing. He's giving you a little bit of the truth to justify his ignorance and his agenda and his motive. Because it's easy to say, oh, yeah, everybody was slaves. Because now that lessens the blame. That deflects the issue. So now, those Africans, remember, he just admitted that slavery was a business, right? He just admitted that slavery was a business. So now, right, during slavery, the only way a lot of people can make money or survive is having slaves, right? Because remember, slavery was a booming business. So now, so if we were back then, right? Just put yourself back during the time of slavery in the South, in the deep South. And now slavery is a booming business. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's just say I'm a freeman. I end up being free, right? As a slave. I can't make no money. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the only way to make money and survive out here. Is slavery. So now I can say, hey, you know what? I could become a slave owner, but I can bring my family in as slaves. And you know what I'm saying? And profit and take care of my own family. and still make money. But if I put them as I'm the slave master and these are my slaves, hey, but I'm not going to mistreat my family. I put my cousins here, my friends here, and that's exactly what happened. So this is exactly what happened. A lot of black people became slave masters to protect and take care of their own because they didn't mistreat their own. The same thing with the Native Americans that became slaves. I mean, slave masters. They were protecting their people. See, this is what they don't tell you. They always just want to say, oh, black people had slaves. But you're not putting things into proper context. This is the real reason why you have to research and study, because you have people like him, especially politics. They are political liars. They are master at lying, and it takes a real intelligent person to see through the bullshit. Because one of the main tactics of people who are disingenuous is they give you a little bit of the truth, the real you win. And then they manipulate or they gaslight, and they take things out of context because they know you're not well educated or research in that field. So they're going to take a little bit of the truth and then they're going to feed it to you. And then you're going to believe, damn, yeah, man, black people are slaves. But you're not putting it in the proper context. That there's two perspectives. I mean, there's two different ways of people utilizing certain things and two perspectives on certain things. So anyway, let's finish.
Slavery in the United States before
Slavery existed thousands of years before we got here.
Okay.
Slavery was on every single continent in this world. That's a fact. Now, the thing that's a problem with it is that, and this is the problem that I have. What you niggas want?
What do you mean when you say what you need?
What do y'all want? Like, because y'all complaining about it over and over again, and I'm trying to understand what is it that y'all looking for. What is going to help y'all?
A whole thing.
What are we looking for? We're looking for reparations. It's something that's old, because you had a people that worked for 500 plus years for free, who built this country, who sacrificed blood, sweat, and tears, death, torture, and we received nothing in compensation. And guess what? From the banks have benefit off of slavery. The government have benefit off of slavery. All of these major companies, insurance companies, have benefited off of slavery. So now you look at Wall Street. We were the first stocks and bonds. We were the ones that made Wall Street what it is to this day. Bond is short for bondage. They were selling us on Wall Street before they were selling stocks. We were the first stocks. And then they capitalized off of our suffering, off of our pain, and gained billions, trillions of dollars. And this is why you have all of these rich stockbrokers and people that's into stocks that made billions and millions. And the reason why these people control all the resources, it's because off the back of black people and brown people. So we want what's due, because guess what? They're benefiting from their ancestors, and we're still suffering because they still maintain control of resources and the power that was created from slavery. And you just can't, it's no way around it. Black people want what's theirs. If not, shut the fuck up and get out the way, you know?
has happened.
Because I'm solutions oriented. And I'm tired of niggas that ain't never been through shit complaining about shit that they ain't never been through.
If you black in the United States, you've been through some shit.
But I'm tired of niggas complaining about shit that they have never been through.
Like,
You've been through some shit, but you ain't been through that.
I don't
And so-
understand. What are you saying? Like,
Because most of the niggas that's complaining about it ain't never even really seen real racism. These is new niggas. All of these internet niggas right here, these is new niggas.
So are you saying black people in the United States, some of them have skipped over racism?
Yes. Definitively.
Come on, man.
Definitively.
Let me say this. This guy's a complete idiot. Racism has been normalized in society. We mean that black people, but let me say this. Anything that you're born into becomes normalized. So, for example, if I was, now I'm not going to use me, but if somebody was born in a family full of drug addicts, being molested since they were a kid, that's normalized to them. That traumatic stuff is normalized. Dysfunction is normalized. So when they get out around the world and see people that operate with morals and respect and not out of chaos, they're confused because in their world, it's chaotic because they're being molested. They were being molested by their own mother or father, and they think that was normal. So the same thing with America, same thing with black people. White supremacy, racism is normalized to the point that most black people just think it's normal for you to be the last hired, first fired. Black people think it's normalized that you go in any building, corporate building, that white people are running everything. They're the CEOs. They're the general managers, 90% of them. They're, you know what I'm saying? They're the owners of the building. It's white people or Asian, maybe an Asian man that don't look like them. It's normalized when you turn on TV, white. It's telling you all the news. And then they always put a black face, like white people don't commit crime, more crime in America than black people. And then how they skew facts to make it seem like black people are the most violent when white people are. This is normalized. It's normalized when you go into society and then black and people look at you a certain way because of the stereotypes they created since slavery. So what I'm saying, just because it's normalized, don't make it right. It's just that a lot of black people accepted racism because it's normalized and we're born into it. But a person that's understand this is not normal can see that this world is insane and it's evil, and you're going to be considered an outcast. So it's not that, yeah, black people are not in shackles, physical, but mental, black people are still oppressed because you have systematic oppression right now. It's not so much of the physical. The systematic is worse because the physical change you can actually see. The mental oppression is invisible. I can deny you from jobs. I control all your land. I control the whole entire continent of Africa and control your resources, and your people are struggling. Your people have nothing. I come to America, I run the entire I control all the major businesses and corporations while you're in a lower position from a country I built. And then I have the power to hire whoever I want. I have the system backing me. I have the police on my side that are ran by white supremacists. I have the law enforcement on my side. Everything is ran by them. All the power structure in the world is ran by them, from the legal aspect to the justice system to the police. The same slave masters that brutalized and tortured us are running everything.
You have a greater chance of being killed by somebody that look like you than to ever interact with somebody that don't look like you and kill you.
But do you
That's a
understand?
fact.
Do you understand that it's made like that on purpose? The
position, it's the system. The system against us. I got it.
Okay, but the position you and your people are in.
Who is my people?
Black people. Do you claim black people?
I'm a Christian first. I claim.
Well, I think something's wrong with that. If you don't want to say you're a black man first, I think something wrong with
black
that.
is a construct. They told you that you was black.
Okay, well,
that's
brown.
why.
This guy's an idiot, man. He said black is a construct, right? Okay. Religion is a social construct. Am I lying? First, you denounce blackness, and then you say black is a construct. Religion is a construct. It's a bigger construct than being black, because there's evidence that predates colonialism that show Africans calling each other black before it was popular, or dark skinned, melanated, and priding themselves on being black. So this is what I'm saying. Christianity is a man-made religion. When people say black, right? It's almost like something that's just how can I put it? It's like a default. When you say black, it's like a default of saying, introducing to the world who you are. You're a descendant of African people. There's Black Caribbeans, Black Americans, Black Latin people. When you say I'm black, that means you're descendant of African people. That's all that means. Now, it don't mean literally I'm black like my shirt. You know what I'm saying? There's people that are almost dark as that. You know what I'm saying? But the point is saying black is identifying I'm from African descent down the line. And that's all it's saying. Has nothing to do. See, now you denounce your whole identity by saying you're a Christian. Something literally a man made. A white man sit up there and created Christianity. Because even in the Bible, there's no such thing as Christianity. And the word Christian, I believe, was only used 3 times in the Bible. And it just meant follower of Christ. That's all it meant. It wasn't a religion. It just meant followers of Christ. And it was only mentioned 3 times. And Christianity was used by Europeans to conquer black people. I'm not saying the Bible. I'm saying Christianity. I believe in the Bible. But the religion Christianity was used by colonizers to conquer black people. That's what it was created. Christianity was created by white people to conquer black and brown people.
You start believing it. No. We not brown. We not black. We not none of that shit.
Oh, well, what are we?
We not none. For me, I'm a believer in God. That's what I am. My foundation is always going to be Christianity, Christ, Jesus first. I don't claim none of that other shit. You not.
See what I'm saying? He's using Christianity, a man-made construct, a white construct, a racist white construct. You know what I'm saying? He's a black white supremacist to justify why he don't call himself black. But guess what? We live in reality. We live in a real world. In the real world, they created there. We have enemies. We have people that's against us, that don't like your ass, regardless of what you call yourself. And if you're a follower of Christ, Christ was a follower of truth. And Christ was a melanated man. So you're a follower of truth, right? Christ wouldn't have been no Republican. Republican is wicked. Christ wouldn't have been Christian. not based on the Christianity. He wouldn't have gays in the church. He wouldn't be going to church because he was out for the truth, and you're not. You're just using words, and you don't even understand the meaning behind them. Thinking, oh, I'm not black. Guess what, nigga? You go out there and the cops shoot your ass down. They don't give a damn about he was a Christian. They didn't care about your black ass when they had you in chains if you was a Christian. It was a whole bunch of Christian slaves on that plantation. They didn't give a damn. You was a nigga. And that's all that mattered. So you better get with the program. You know what I'm saying? But these type of people are sellouts, and they manipulate and they gaslight people to get a benefit, which is monetary gain, social status. They'll denounce their whole race. And how can you respect any man? I think you're on the same level as pedos, rapists. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you sell out your people, I don't think what's worse. You're on that same category. So at that, I have no respect for you at all. You just denounce your people because it don't matter when you go out there. They look at you as a black man. You know what I'm saying? You could, oh, I'm a Christian. You nigga, you living in fantasy. Anyway, let me finish. Sorry for talking so much. I just have so much to say about all of these points he's making, man, and it's full of he's full of shit, man.
Gonna get me to believe in you based off of some shit that you can't control. You didn't pick it. And the thing about other cultures, whether you black, Chinese, Asians don't fuck with each other just because they're Asian. Chinese people.
You say I'm racist?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I studied you.
See, wow.
I studied you.
This is why
where am I racist? I don't know a lot of racism in me.
Absolutely.
But maybe you can show me something I don't know.
We're gonna get there.
I wanted
We'll
you
get
guys
there.
to start the show off in your own like bubble.
No. When brother Anton Daniels was talking to me on the phone, I knew that we didn't see eye to eye on, and that is this Democratic plantation. I tell you what, I really don't study a Democratic plantation. I try to study being a stand-up human being where when I look in the mirror.
I'm gonna point this out and I'm gonna be done with this. And then I'm gonna go to something else when they about to, because I don't want to stay too much. Now he called himself a Republican, right? And then you got many blacks that say, "Oh, black people were Republicans, and the Republicans freed us." You know what I'm saying? And black people were originally part of the Republican Party. Okay, so now you got to answer some questions. See, the thing is, you'll get away with somebody that's not well researched. There's people that out there doing their research, man. You're not coming at them with no BS. Now, why is this man a Republican? This is how the Republicans feel about you. Lincoln's goal was not to free slaves. Lincoln's goal was to win the Civil War and save the Union. That is what he did. However, teaching history that he was the good one who freed the slaves is incorrect. He was a white supremacist. And this is Abraham Lincoln quote. I will say in addition to that, there is a physical difference between the white and black race, which I believe will forever forbid the two races living together on terms of social and political equality. Okay. So now you might say, okay, that wasn't too bad. Let's go. If I could save the Union, this is quote coming out of Abraham Lincoln mouth. Without military help from the black people, the war against the South could not have been won. So they used black people to win the war. This is why they freed the slaves because they used black people to win the war. So listen, follow me. I'm trying to find this quote, man. This they hide a lot of this stuff, man. And look at this. I can't find the quote, so I'm gonna just leave it like this. But Abraham, there was a time he was trying to ship black people back to Africa. this is your this is your Republican leader. And then it's so much other, I'm not gonna go over in this video, but it's so much history as far as how Republicans portray black people and end up actually working with the Democrats to oppress black people. So yeah, it's numerous of evidence that proves Republicans turned their back on black people. They only used us to win the war. And you know why they wanted to win the war? To create the industry, the industrial world. And that's what launched the slavery 2.0, which was Jim Crow, the prison system, systematic oppression. And this is what we're living in society today, because slavery never ended. They created the prison system and the industrial system, and then have us work from low wages and lock us up to little for no crime. So now, like I said, man, I would have just been bringing out facts of this guy. He'd just been looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? But now let's go here to the gay stuff.
Then people act like they don't understand that I like booty. So what? But what is I'm supposed to do, bro? Huh?
I don't know. You tell me.
You don't know.
I don't know. I can't picture myself ever being in that situation.
All right.
So now, this is a gay man, Fleece Johnson. I don't know why would he invite a Christian man would invite a gay man on his show to interview him, and he seems kind of like cool with him, and he's kind of okay with him talking to him a certain way. That's not Christian like, or is it? Because Christians love to have those gays in church. That's against God. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. That's against God. So maybe you are a true Christian according to today's standards. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you are. So now you have a gay man in front of you who likes to have sex with men, and he's flirting with you. So this is why you feel comfortable. And Corey didn't know this, that maybe you'll be on a down low. That's why you feel comfortable of saying dick sucking to a man so effortlessly.
I just say, for instance, you was in that situation.
I can't see it, please. I can't think about it.
You would turn me down.
What you mean?
More important than Wilder, you should know what I mean.
I can't see it, please.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Listen, I just can't even picture myself ever being locked up.
Look, he didn't even deny his you know what I'm saying? You know, he didn't even deny him trying to get, trying to get with him. He didn't even deny that fact that this guy was trying to get with him. He just said, I can't see it. That's like, when a girl's somebody trying to turn somebody out, and you say, I just can't see it, and laugh. That means that it seems like you're sort of interested, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because I would not have that reaction. I'd be like, homie, I don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? Let this interview go somewhere else. I'll probably shut the interview down, because I'm like, man, I don't know what type of image you're trying to present. And there's cameras running too. So the fact that I'm just comfortable with this man talking to me like that with cameras and thousands and millions of people watching, You know what I'm saying? They might think I'm okay. Like, yo, this I'm cool with this shit because he's laughing and giggling. Like, he's okay. He's interested, but he's like, I just don't want to go to jail. I'll do anything to stay out of it. So let's continue watching.
I just say, for instance, you was in that situation.
I can't see it, please. I can't think about it.
You would turn me down.
What you mean?
More important than Wilder, you should know what I mean.
He did not accept or deny his offer. Like I said, he did not accept or deny it. So this is interesting. You know what I'm saying? He's laughing and giggling about it, actually.
I can't see it, please. And I'm gonna tell you why. Listen, I just can't even picture myself ever being locked up.
That's good. That's good.
I will do anything to stay out of prison. Like I won't steal, kill, destroy, nothing.
That's good.
I knew from a very early age that I'm not built for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I just never even wanted to put myself in that hypothetical situation. So when I was seeing you,
you know what I'm saying? And when you look at him, he has feminine tendencies, the way he move his hands, the way he talk a little bit. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Not really a man. He don't present himself as a masculine man like that to me, And listen, let me know what y'all think, man. I'm gonna cut this video short. I mean, it wasn't short, but you know what I'm saying? I just had to really break down this guy. I believe he's not who he say he is. He's just a sellout that is a black white supremacist that is used by Republicans to tear down black people, and he'll do whatever he needs to do to get whatever gain from it, whether it's monetary. And now you can see how a lot of these people get in certain positions and get access to money, because when you can spread talking points that white supremacy spread, you can be utilized. And you know what I'm saying? It's just like the house Negro and the field Negro. The house Negro, he's ready, he's willing and able to do anything for Massa. You know what I'm saying? And then Massa rewards him by giving him money, or better clothes, a better situation, because he's willing to sell out his people. But at the end of the day, that's no real reward, because personally, you may be fine and okay and living in a nice house and a lot of money, but majority of people struggling and messed up. And this is why we will never be free if we still have people like him that's not willing to sacrifice and be honest. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let me know what y'all think. Like, subscribe, comment. It's your boy Barracuda. I'm out.